Hi everybody! Today we're going to be doing another explanation of a grammar topic. Today we're talking about dürfen. Dürfen is the modal auxiliary that means may or to be allowed to. And so if you haven't seen the German with Puppets explanation about this, go ahead and click up there on that button. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and get started. First thing on here is the same thing it was for the other ones. We have here the conjugation of the verb dürfen. And so we're going to start off by using that. So we have ich darf, du darfst, sie es darf, wir dürfen, ihr dürft, sie dürfen. And again, as you notice, we have the ich and sie es forms being the same. We have here darf, and of course the ich, du, and sie es forms, or the singular forms here, we have here just darf, and then the extra ending for the du form. So those three are the ones that are irregular. The other ones we have the normal stem, and then you just add your endings as needed. In section 2 here, we're supposed to fill in the blanks with the correct form of dürfen, so these should be relatively easy again. In the first one here, we have a blank space followed by ich. Even without reading the rest of the sentence, you know that ich is always the subject, and so we have to have here the ich form of the verb. So we have darf ich. Darf ich heute Abend ins Kino gehen? May I go to the movie theater this evening? Du is in the next sentence, and that means that has to be our subject, because du is always the subject. If it's not, it becomes dich and dir. So we know that we need the du form here. So we have du darfst nicht bis Mitternacht aufbleiben. You may not stay up until midnight. Hans something Kekse essen. This one could be ambiguous. It could be Hans as the subject, or it could be Kekse as the subject. We really don't know. But it makes more sense that Hans is eating the cookies as opposed to the cookies eating Hans, and therefore we use the RCS form here, darf. Hans darf Kekse essen. Ihr something in Beaumont nicht tanzen. In Beaumont is actually a prepositional phrase and therefore cannot be the subject, so we have to use here the ihr form, which in this case would be dürft. Ihr dürft in Beaumont nicht tanzen. You are not allowed to dance in Beaumont. Everybody cut, everybody cut. Everybody cut foot loose. Do, do, do. Anyway. Sie something mich ruhig duzen. And this one we know that sie is the subject because ich changed into the accusative form mich in this sentence, which makes that the direct object. However, it doesn't tell us whether it's the sie plural form, or if it's the sie that's the you form, or if it's the she form. So we have to use a little bit of logic here. Duzen means to allow someone to use the du form with you. So if you're going to say this, more than likely you're addressing somebody as you in this sentence, and so you're saying, you are allowed to say du to me. So we would say, Sie dürfen mich ruhig duzen. You are allowed to say du to me. Sophia something auf die Toilette gehen. Sophia is our subject here because auf die Toilette is a prepositional phrase and gehen is our infinitive at the end of the sentence. So we have here, Sophia darf auf die Toilette gehen. Sophia is allowed to go to the restroom. Warum something wir den ganzen Kuchen nicht essen? In this sentence, warum is a question word, and wir is our subject. Den ganzen Kuchen is our direct object. So we have to have here the wir form, which is dürfen. Warum dürfen wir den ganzen Kuchen nicht essen? Why are we not allowed to eat the entire cake? I think that's a pretty self-explanatory question. Nummer 3. In section 3 here, we're supposed to write 5 sentences that we might use on a daily basis in a class. So, anytime that you would say may in English, you might use dürfen in German. So I have several examples here that you might be able to use in your own classrooms. Darf ich auf die Toilette? May I go to the restroom? Darf ich zum Schließfach? May I go to my locker? Darf ich zum Büro? May I go to the office? Darf ich meinen Bleistift spitzen? May I sharpen my pencil? Darf ich einen Bleistift borgen? May I borrow a pencil? Darf ich ein Blatt Papier borgen? May I borrow a piece of paper? Darf ich die Frage beantworten? May I answer the question? Darf ich einen Schluck Wasser haben? May I get a drink of water? In each one of these, we have darf in the sentence because it's the ich form, and at the end of each sentence, we generally have a verb. There are a couple of ones that we don't have. For instance, the first 3, those are all going to different places. And since we say auf die Toilette and zum, we know that these are motion, and therefore we don't really need gehen. It's kind of implied in these sentences. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of these grammar videos, go ahead and click on that button. I've also got some Märchen, which are called fairy tales in English. I've also got some Lieder, which are songs in English, and you can go ahead and check out some of that other stuff on there. If you're interested in those things, you can hit that subscribe button and see 2 videos a week from me. Monday is either a fairy tale, a song, or a review of a German resource online, and then on Fridays we do grammar every single week. Thanks for watching, hope you like it, enjoy, and tschüss.